All right, fans, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL Wrestling at the Spectrum. Don Hickson along with Hangman Tex Lynch. The second hour, Tex, is going to be absolutely amazing.
It sure is. The six-man tag, the Toxic Table, facing Team Euro. In the main event, the Game Triple H going up against the Mexican Monolith Warlord Santos in a non-title matchup. That and a whole lot more. And hey, the second half opener is pretty good too. Me and Steve Groves had a collaborative effort, and we've got, oh man, look at this. Chyna versus Timeless Toni Storm here tonight.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our second half opening Ladies Legends match, one fall, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Redondo Beach, California, and she is the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna.
Well, what's not to love about this entrance? A woman in a two-piece firing off a bazooka. Come on, that's America right there. Chyna, the ninth wonder of the world. And then, what a matchup this is, Dandy Don. Yeah, me and Steve Groves got together, pulled some strings, and it's gonna happen here tonight for the first time ever. The ninth wonder of the world and Timeless Toni Storm, shut the hell up.
I would imagine that took some sort of effort between you and Steve Hercules Groves. A Herculean effort, if you will.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, actually, okay. Well, anyway, Chyna and Toni Storm, and it's gonna happen right here tonight.
And her opponent, hailing from the Gold Coast of Australia, and making her official RWL debut tonight, Timeless Toni Storm.
Would you get a look at Tex? What in the frozen hell? Timeless Toni Storm putting on an epic performance as she makes her way down to the ring. This is unbelievable. Talk about a first. And it happened here, wrestling at the Spectrum. It didn't happen on Snarl and it didn't happen on Rage. But what a matchup. Toni Storm and the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna. A ladies legends matchup to beat the band for sure.
I'll see how it happened. Me, Steve, and Myron saw her performance against Mercedes Moné in London and said, well, damn, we've just got to have her in the ladies legends division. And she'll point out to you herself, well, how can you have a ladies division in RWL without Timeless Toni Storm? Oh, man, this is going to be outstanding, Don.
Tex, if there's going to be an award for most bombastic entrance of the year, she just won it hands down.
Yes, she did. The bell sounds. They lock it up. Chyna immediately into a front cradle on Toni Storm, slams her into the buckle and pitches her out towards center. Now Chyna beating the head of Toni Storm against the canvas. The ninth wonder of the world follows up with a stomp to the head, follows it up with another, got both sides done now. Chyna. A series of hard shots and a short arm clothesline. Toni Storm wondering what the hell happened. Here comes Chyna. Clothesline over the top rope. But, not completely knocked over. She counters with a shoulder. Makes her way back inside the ring. Toni Storm takes Chyna down with a drop toe hold. And immediately into a submission hold. This one's going to be an even better ride than the Mercedes Moné match in London. Chyna back up to a standing position. Shoulder tackle takes Toni Storm down to the canvas. Toni counters with an elbow. Toni Storm whips Chyna to the ropes. Ducks under. Leapfrogs. Here comes Chyna and boom. Nice little double axe handle right there. Took her down. One. Yeah, she's got style all her own, Don. There's a stomp to the head. Now Chyna starting to lose control of things here. As Toni Storm starts to break away. Going to work on the arms and legs of a down Chyna, keeping her off her vertical base. Hands and fingers. One more time tonight. Seems to be the move of the evening. There's a blatant choke right in front of the referee. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One. That's Toni Storm. She'll try to just strangle you and go for the pin. She is some piece of work. It is a kick to have her here in RWL. Toni Storm. That's Chyna up, slams her down with a power bomb. Turns her over. Turns her back over. And here we go. Oh, snaps the leg. Toni Storm. Just double boot stomps right to the midsection of Chyna. Chyna with the upper hand whips Toni Storm to the ropes. There's a beautiful power slam right there in the center of the ring. Textbook execution from the ninth wonder of the world. Chyna into an abdominal stretch on Toni Storm. I don't know how much good that's going to do. There's a hip toss counter from Toni Storm. Misses with the double boot stomp. Chyna charges. There's a one-arm clothesline. Toni Storm finding herself in trouble again as Chyna delivers a kick to the midsection. She's setting up for the pedigree. There it is. Whether you call it a pedigree or a flatliner, the effect is the same. Chyna quickly goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. But no. The pedigree, the flatliner, the hooked face buster it just didn't work. Whatever you want to call it. Toni Storm rolls out to the floor. Chyna misses with the clothesline, catches a shot to the midsection instead from Toni Storm. Okay, wow. Head first into the apron goes Toni Storm. Chyna rounds her up. Toni Storm counters, drives a knee into the head of Chyna, follows it up with an axe kick. Chyna suddenly wondering what the hell happened. There's a forearm. They're getting further and further away from the ring. Toni Storm goes to work on Chyna's leg and snaps it. The ninth wonder of the world finding herself in a whole lot of trouble all of a sudden. Here we go. Chyna back inside the ring. Here comes Toni Storm. Chyna back up on her feet. Toni Storm with a series of shots of whoa. Did you see that clothesline? That was pretty. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Chyna still in the game here. Toni Storm follows up with a stomp. All the way up to the top turnbuckle. Toni Storm about to go air. Look at this. Oh! A beautiful elbow drop. With a little bit of pizzazz. 1, 2. Well, no. Chyna still in the game. But Toni Storm rallying the fans here. Apparently we got quite a few Toni Storm fans in the house. Look at this. Another leg snap to Chyna. Toni Storm working on that same leg. Rounds her up, drop toe hold again, and right back into the submission. Referee Charles Lucero checking things out. Toni Storm looked like she had it cinched in, but Chyna turns it around and gets out of the hold. Both ladies back to a standing position here. Chyna escorts Toni Storm towards the ropes. Down onto the mat and a rope-assisted stomp right to the chest from the ninth wonder of the world. Toni Storm back to a standing position, catches a clubbing shot to the back of the head from Chyna. And now Chyna yanking the arm against the rope. Now with a boot to the throat of Toni Storm. Momentum's gone back and forth like Hollywood romances around here. Over the top rope, onto the apron. Chyna showboating on the apron. I have warned these people so many times not to do this, but Toni Storm isn't in much of a position to do anything about it. Stomp to the midsection from Chyna. A soccer kick to the midsection from Chyna. And here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. No, just a 2. No, hell no, it's a 1, says Charles Lucero. Okay. Elbow drop across the chest. Toni Storm back inside the ring after a brief refresh. Chyna takes her down with a clothesline. Chyna rounds up Toni Storm again. Whip to the ropes. Chyna ducks under. Makes the leapfrog and another textbook power slam. right in the center of the ring. Chyna. An overhand right to the head of Toni Storm. Slams her head down to the canvas. Oh, look at this. Things have turned around one more time. Oh, man. What a matchup. Chyna with the elbow drop off the top turnbuckle. Toni Storm looking like she might be out to lunch. Chyna with a series of stomps to the head. Toni Storm rounded back up. A hard right from Chyna. Well, she's not done yet. Look at this. We're going to have ourselves a slugfest between these two. Oh, man. Hard to say who's going to win. We favor Chyna because of her physical prowess, but Toni Storm a little bit crazy, so expect her to last a little bit longer, too. But these two ladies just going at it like a couple of horses. Unbelievable. Chyna. And Toni Storm, wait a minute, hold on. Chyna looks like she might be ready to settle this thing. Oh, man, look at this. They are, and this is crazy. Look at this, man. Shut up. Chyna with a kick to the midsection. Sets up the pedigree one more time on Toni Storm. Oh, man. Looks like Chyna's out of it, too. Well, this match has been a bit of a ride. Wow. Both ladies, non-compass menace at the moment. Wow, what a matchup. Both of them getting back up to a standing position here. Toni Storm with the upper hand. A knee to the head and an axe kick to the back of the head. Chyna face down on the canvas again. Toni Storm makes her way to a standing position. And a beautiful crossbody to the ninth wonder of the world. Toni Storm steps out on the other side of the ring. Chyna has rolled out to the floor. Toni Storm makes a beeline for her and delivers a stomp to the leg. Toni Storm showing off and showing out in front of the fans here in Hershey. Chyna rounded up by Toni Storm, rolled towards the barricades. Toni Storm makes her way back inside. Charles Lucera continues the count on Chyna, who is laid out pretty good. This match has been very physical for both ladies. I don't even know what's keeping them standing. Toni Storm comes on out after Chyna catches a kick right to the face and a double axe handle that doesn't connect. A shot to the midsection from Toni Storm. Man, she was ready for it. Dragon screw takes Chyna down to the floor. Another leg snap to the same leg she's been working the whole match. Toni Storm rolls Chyna back inside the ring. He's getting ready to go there, Don. Here we go. Big time crossbody off the top rope to Chyna. Toni Storm definitely steps over what she got. She should have gone for the pin right there, man. By the hair, slams Chyna down to the mat again. Well, there we go. A little display of arrogance. We were going to expect that. Toni Storm paying it back again. More stomps to the hands and fingers of the ninth wonder of the world. And wow, this one has gone back and forth. Unbelievable. Toni Storm pitches Chyna up against the ropes. Chyna counters the whip, and oh, look at this. Whoa! Shut up. Misses with the spear. Toni Storm has to make up for it. There's a series of kicks and chops. And a one-arm suplex to Chyna. Oh, man. Toni Storm quickly making her way back up to a standing position here. It makes her way to the top turnbuckle. And here we go one more time. Oh, well. Crash and burn. Chyna catches her with a running boot to the face after the failed high-risk maneuver. Chyna with a right. Gets a hold of Toni Storm, takes her down the canvas, and one more time, rope-assisted stomp to the chest. And here we go. Chyna covers 1, 2. Wow. Well, now they wore each other out. Chyna wins this match by pinfall. Absolutely amazeballs, huh?
Here's the time. 11 minutes and 22 seconds. And your winner, Chyna.
Well, timeless Toni Storm fans will call it an upset, but Chyna racking up a pinfall victory. after an epic level matchup with Timeless Toni Storm. And Tex, I'm looking forward to seeing more of her myself. What a performance from the Timeless one.
Yeah, she absolutely, both her and Chyna just burned it down, man. Absolutely fantastic. Fans, we still got a whole lot more coming up. Oh man, an epic 6-man tag team matchup between the Toxic Table and Team Euro, a grudge match and a half, when we come back. Alright, well, coming up next, how about this dandy Don? Team Euro comes back looking for a piece of the Toxic Table.
The following 6-man tag team match, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring from parts unknown, combined weight, also unknown, the team of Boston Connor, AJ Hawk, and Ty Schmidt, the Toxic Table.
Well, get a look at who slipped through the door. Tex, Myron Schimmelman. I take it you're here to see what happens when the Toxic Table regroups and goes up against Team Euro for a second go-round. You bet the farm. That's exactly why I'm here. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Now, the story behind it is, like we said, they've been a little gun-shy lately. But they figured, oh, well, we've taken on Team Euro before and we can do it again, with that mentality. So I said, okay, great. Trouble is, Team Euro's going in a very bad mood because they're going to be going after the United Kingdoms next for what they did to Tibor Bolescu. I didn't bother to tell them this stuff. He didn't bother to tell them. Oh, well, I guess they'll find out for themselves. But hey, the geniuses know they're in a premiere match at a premiere show in a 6-man tag against people they've already wrestled. Yippee.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 682 pounds. Light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smith, Snarl TV champion Tibor Bolescu, and Ari Alexandros, Team Euro.
A slight slip of the tongue on the part of our ring announcer, Sir Reggie Smythe. Light heavyweight champion Tibor Bolescu, the Snarl TV champion, and the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros, who has fit into Team Euro like a glove, Tex. Absolutely amazing. They have just gelled. I love that logo. Custom designed by Tibor Bolescu himself for Team Euro, representing Britain, Hungary, and Greece, all in one very neat logo. Kind of reminds me of a foreign space program or something.
Is anybody going to comment on the fact that they're using Beethoven's Ode to Joy for this, man? Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, folks, a lot of you are like, everything I learned about classical music I learned from RWL Wrestling. Wow. Team Euro, all set to go, and like you said, they're in a bad mood. Gunning for the United Kingdoms after this matchup. But oh man, looks like the Toxic Table's going to have a rough night. But then they kind of abused Team Euro too in their first matchup, so it's definitely a case of they've come back looking for payback.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't bother to tell them that part.
All right, AJ Hawk and Sir Reggie starting things off. The referee sounds the bell. Here we go. They lock it up, collar and elbow. There's a whip to the corner to Sir Reggie. Up right into the referee. AJ Hawk moves in on Sir Reggie Smythe. Short arm clothesline. Takes Sir Reggie down to the canvas. Sir Reggie Smythe back on his feet. AJ Hawk right there. Rounds him up, has him up, scoops him up, and slams him right back down. Sir Reggie Smythe in trouble already. AJ Hawk starting out really aggressive. And the Toxic Table, you may have bred a bunch of Frankenstein monsters. Oh man, I wouldn't go that far. They're talented and they're abusing the talent. It's a phase they're gonna go through. All right. Well, anyway, Boston Connor came in on the tag. Slams his elbow into Sir Reggie's midsection, delivers a kick, and then, the knee right to the throat of the battling Briton, Sir Reggie Smythe. Boston Connor rounds up Sir Reggie, locks him up. Sir Reggie Smythe escorted back to the corner again, back into the turnbuckle. Sir Reggie's had enough of that. Delivers the shot to Boston Connor, whips him to the Team Euro corner. And here we go. Sir Reggie Smythe takes this one on his own. Head first into the buckle goes Boston Connor. Sir Reggie Smythe liked it so much he's going to do it again. The battling Briton yanking on the arm of Boston Connor. Boston Connor catching a bit of punishment here at the hands of Sir Reggie Smythe off the middle rope. A flying kick right to the face. And here's a quick cover and a hook at the leg. One. Just one, says referee Charles Lucera. And here comes Ty Schmidt on the tag. With someone your own size that they can pick on. Man, out he goes over the top rope. Sir Reggie Smythe dealing with Ty Schmidt very quickly, goes back to work on Boston Connor. Delivers a kick to the face. Sir Reggie off the top rope. Drives the knee right into just Boston Connor. Sneaks up behind him, tags him with a shot. Ty Schmidt delivers another shot to the back of Sir Reggie Smythe. Whips him out onto the apron. There's a hard right hand from Ty Schmidt, who goes out onto the apron to join him. And lets gravity do the work. Sir Reggie slams into the lip of the apron. Ty Schmidt looking like he's the king of the world or something. I don't know. Sir Reggie caught in a dragon screw from Ty Schmidt, who snaps the leg on him too. Yeah, they are a bit on the abusive side, aren't they? There's a kick to Sir Reggie Smythe. Ty Schmidt on the outside as the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu tags in, charges. Takes down Ty Schmidt and has taken down AJ Hawk too. There's a forearm to Ty Schmidt. There's a stomp to the back. The Hungarian Hurricane covers and hooks the leg. One. Nope. AJ Hawk must have got hit pretty hard because he's still out to lunch. Ty Schmidt locks it up with Belescu. Has him up. Knee breaker and then a dragon screw too. Yeah. They are pretty efficient with the moves. Here comes Boston Connor again. The Hamburglar locks it up with the Hungarian Hurricane. Slams his back into the turnbuckle and spins him out towards center ring. Boston Connor goes for a quick cover. One. Only just a one. Boston Connor rounds up Belescu. Whips him to the Toxic Tables corner. Scrapes the leg over the middle rope, delivers a kick to the calf of Tibor Belescu. And here comes AJ Hawk on the tag. I think he might be the most aggressive one of the bunch. Goes behind on Belescu, slams him. Oh, look at this. They're just playing games with Tibor Belescu, trying to make him look so... Oh, that is just... Well, they're going to pay for that. And here comes Ty Schmidt again. Running low drop kick to the back of Tibor Belescu, followed up with a clubbing overhand right. Ty Schmidt whips Belescu into the Toxic Table corner. Belescu counters with a hard shot. Delivers a series of shots, catches a hip toss from Ty Schmidt. Ty Schmidt beats it out of town, turns it over to AJ Hawk. Man, this one's going to get frantic. Belescu with a knee right to the head of AJ Hawk. A rebound off the ropes and another flying forearm. Takes AJ Hawk down to the canvas again. A series of short kicks right to the head of AJ Hawk. Tibor Belescu turns it over to the Greek hustler Ari Alexandros. This should be some fireworks right here. Alexandros whips AJ Hawk to the ropes. Beautiful. Spinning sort of neck breaker here. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Ari Alexandros. Definitely the unique mix. And the Team Euro teamwork here. Oh man, that was a beautiful suplex from Ari Alexandros. Draws a knee into the arm of AJ Hawk. AJ Hawk. Look at this. The headstand headlock from the Greek hustler on AJ Hawk. Ari beats it out of town, turns it over to the battling Briton, Sir Reggie Smythe. Team Euro working real efficiently. A kick to AJ Hawk from Sir Reggie. Rebound off the rope. Flying forearm takes AJ Hawk right back down to the canvas again. Sir Reggie Smythe covers again. 1. Just a 1, says the ref. Sir Reggie Smythe wrist clutch kicks to the side of the head of AJ Hawk. He does not like AJ Hawk at all. Oh man. Hard whip to the corner. Here comes Tibor Belescu on the tag. Here's a double team from Team Euro. Assisted shoulder tackle as the Hungarian Hurricane takes over for Team Euro. Bolescu, indicating something's going to happen here. Whoa! Man, over the top rope and took A.J. Hawk down. Here comes Boston Connor on the tag. Tibor Bolescu is sacked. I think he's pretty mad. There's a drop kick to Boston Connor. Bolescu locks up Boston Connor, whips him to the Team Bureau corner, rounds up A.J. Hawk. Gonna give him a parting shot too. Head first into the turnbuckle. Goes A.J. Hawk. Bolescu whips him to the ropes, rebounds, and oh man, spinning forearm. Out goes A.J. Hawk. Boston Connor catches a forearm from Tibor Bolescu, who is on fire, man. Oh, just whipping on everybody. Running forearms. Bolescu gets a hold of Boston Connor. Boston Connor counters, whips Bolescu into the corner. Headlock punch in the corner. Boston Connor goes behind on Bolescu. Has him up, electric chair drop. Looks like the rally's over for the Hungarian Hurricane as Boston Connor moves in quick in the corner on Bolescu. Starts torturing the arm against the rope. Bolescu counters with a boot to the face. Quickly gets back up on his feet, charges, grabs a knee into the head of Boston Connor. Down he goes, and here comes Ari Alexandros again. And here comes A.J. Hawk. Fresh partners all the way around. Ari Alexandros catches a clothesline. Look at this, Sir Reggie Smythe goes there on Boston Connor. Clothesline from A.J. Hawk to Ari Alexandros. A.J. Hawk gets a hold of Sir Reggie, pitches him out to the outside, and he looks like he's pretty fired up too. Ari Alexandros delivering a shot to Taj Smith, I think, on the outside. The Greek Hustler with a flying elbow takes A.J. Hawk down to the canvas. Here comes Sir Reggie Smythe on the tag. Team Euro playing fast and loose with the tags here as Sir Reggie Smythe goes to work on the hamburger here with the beats of the boat round. 10-count punches across the chest of Boston Connor. And down he goes. Now this one has been pretty chaotic. Look at this, Sir Reggie ain't done yet. Another set of 10-count punches. This time to poor Taj Smith. Sir Reggie Smythe just dealing it out. Oh man, everybody's laid out. Sir Reggie crashes and burns on a high-risk maneuver. A.J. Hawk finally back up on his feet, wondering what the hell's going on. Where'd everybody go? Sir Reggie Smythe catches a chop and a kick and a headbutt, and down he goes center ring. A.J. Hawk covered. He recovered quickly from all that chaos. Tibor Bolescu is stunned inside the ring. He's going to have to get the hell out pretty soon or be counted out. Sir Reggie on the outside. A.J. Hawk goes after Ari Alexandros. Sir Reggie with a running kick to the face. Bolescu finally back to his corner as the Battling Britain drives both knees of A.J. Hawk into the canvas. Sir Reggie with this wrist clutch baby step stomps to the back, off the middle rope, moonsault too. The Battling Britain definitely working it tonight, man. Rolls back inside the ring. A.J. Hawk on Dream Street, whipped to the ropes. Sir Reggie with a hard right hand takes him down to the canvas again. Sir Reggie Smythe tags in Ari Alexandros. And it's fading fast for the Toxic Table here, clubbing overhand right from the Greek Hustler. Alexandros snaps the arm on A.J. Hawk, turns it into an armbar. A.J. Hawk might want to think about tagging out at this point. Here comes Tibor Bolescu. Yeah, he really might want to think about tagging out now. Bolescu waiting right there for him. A.J. Hawk turned around on the ropes, choked on the top rope by the Hungarian Hurricane. Bolescu whips Hawk to the ropes, misses with the spear. Close call. A.J. Hawk sneaks up behind him. Bolescu whipped to the ropes. Clothesline takes down the Hungarian Hurricane as A.J. Hawk regains control of the situation, if not control of the match. Whoa, a hard shoulder takes Bolescu out to the floor. Ari Alexandros brought in by the hard way by A.J. Hawk. Bolescu slams Taj Smith into the lip of the apron. Here comes Boston Connor on the tag. He's rallying the fans. Good luck with that. Not a whole lot of Toxic Table fans in the building tonight. Oh, well, a high-risk maneuver that did not work out. Boston Connor, I don't know what the hell he was aiming for, but he didn't hit it. Now he tags both Bolesky and AJ Hawk. He's getting a little bit careless. Series of shots and kicks takes Bolesky down to the canvas. This match has been unbelievable so far. There's a stomp to the lower gut of Tibor Bolesky. Bolesky blocked up by Boston Connor, rolled back inside the ring. The Toxic Table, gotta give them credit, they are holding their own against Team Euro. Bolesky locks up Boston Connor, whips him into the Team Euro corner. Moves in on him, off the middle rope, a flying kick right to the face of Boston Connor as Bolesky quickly goes for the cover, but it's no use. AJ Hawk breaks up the pin. Boston Connor looking for a way out of town, but he ain't gonna find one. Bolesky off the middle rope, and again another kick to the face as Ari Alexandros is brought in on the tag. Boston Connor laid out center ring. Doesn't even know what's going on anymore. Ari Alexandros, standing drop kick, takes him down. The Greek Hustler makes his way to the top right turnbuckle. He's gonna go air. Here we go, misses with the diving elbow. Boston Connor gets out of the way, goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Boston Connor trying to capitalize on the mistake by Ari Alexandros, but no good. Hard forearm takes Alexandros down to the canvas. Boston Connor turns it over to Ty Schmidt. Ty Schmidt catches an uppercut from Ari. Ty Schmidt slams Alexandros to the canvas, follows that up with a stomp to the shoulder. And now the Greek Hustler on the canvas and in trouble as Ty Schmidt starts to try and pour it on here. Alexandros back up on his feet, gets a hold of him, front cradle. Ty Schmidt slams into the turnbuckle and pitched out towards center ring. The Greek Hustler goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kind of thing that might have been it right there. There's a stomp to the head of Ty Schmidt. There's another one. Ari Alexandros turns it around, goes after AJ Hawk. Goes after Boston Connor too, but gets tagged. Jumping neck breaker from Ty Schmidt to Ari Alexandros. Now a gator roll from Ty Schmidt into a, into a headlock on Ari Alexandros. Ari back up on his feet. Tags him with the right, a couple of kicks. Wrist clutch kicks, winds him up, slams him down. Will now. The Greek Hustler moves pretty quick for a big guy. Oh man, Ty Schmidt back up on his feet. Takes up Ari Alexandros over the shoulder. Slant. Whoa, that was pretty neat. Gotta give him his due. Whoa! And a clothesline takes Alexandros down. Here's a fancy cover too. Referee was like, what happened? Here we go, 1. Just a 1. Ari Alexandros kicking out of the pin. Ty Schmidt moving pretty quick here. Gets a hold of Alexandros. There's an ankle lock. There's a possible submission here. But nope. Sir Reggie Smythe breaking that one up. Ty Schmidt goes right back to work on Alexandros and catches a kick to the leg. Ari Alexandros locked up by Ty Schmidt. Fireman's carry takes him down to the canvas. Ty Schmidt doing a little bit of showing off. Here comes Sir Reggie Smythe, the battling Briton. Gets a hold of Ty Schmidt, whips him to the ropes. Ducks under. Makes the leapfrog. Here comes Ty Schmidt. Hard shot to the midsection. Oh boy, lower abdomen right there. The battling Briton with a forearm. Drops Ty Schmidt, covers and hooks the leg. 1. But again, no. Another near fall in this 6-man tag, and this one's been insane. Look at this. We're 3/4 of the way done here, and still no sign of a winner. Oh, damn. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Ty Schmidt. Sir Reggie Smythe. This is an outdoor center rebound off. There was another flying kick to the face to Ty Schmidt. Here comes the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Bolesky. Bolesky rounds up Ty Schmidt, locks him up. Elbows to the midsection from Ty Schmidt. Backs Bolesky off a couple of steps. Schmidt locks him up. whips Bolescu to the Toxic Table's corner. Bolescu counters with an elbow, comes out of the corner. Ooh, rebounds off the ropes and whoa, big time kick. Takes Tosh Schmidt down. Here comes Sir Reggie Smythe again. Tosh Schmidt is laid out, counting the ring lights, slowly making his way back to a standing position. Sir Reggie Smythe with a kick to the side of the head. The battling Briton rounds him up. Hard whip to the ropes. There's the spear. That could be the end right there. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3, and yes, indeed it is. Team Euro defeats the Toxic Table again.
The time was exactly 17 minutes, and your winners, Team Euro.
While they certainly may have taken a beating, Team Euro coming up the winners and certainly letting the Toxic Table know they have been in a fight. What a big win for Sir Reggie, Tibor Bolescu, and Ari Alexandros. Will be back with more right after this. Alright, coming up next, something that comes as a bit of a surprise. Dione the Titaness challenging Angie Angel Guns for the Women's International Championship. And Tex, she won that Battle Royal a couple of weeks ago in Philly. And she won that Battle Royal. She got the money and she got the briefcase, and she had 30 days to cash in that contract for anything she wanted. And it is 2 weeks in. And Dione the Titaness, the Italian Testarossa, is cashing in this evening on Angie Angel Guns for the Women's International Championship. How do you like her odds, Tex?
Angie, very much like we did, found out about it this afternoon, so it does come as kind of a shock. But Dione is perfectly within her rights, and well, I don't know, man. Angie Angel Guns is damn good, but Dione the Titaness, the Italian Testarossa, little Miss Snoo Snoo. Oh man, this is going to be one of Angie's toughest challenges yet.
Well, she certainly isn't backing down from the challenge at all in any way. I mean, here she is. And she's ready to go. Perfectly ready to defend the Women's International Championship. And she has every faith in herself that she is going to retain that championship tonight. Tex, as you point out, Angie Angel Guns has that Guns family genetics on her side. But we're talking about a woman who wrestles 2 and 3 women at the same time just for fun.
Yeah, I know. A very tough order. Even Angie's going to have a tough time trying to outsmart Dione. The only strategy she's got is to keep her off her vertical base. If she can keep her on the canvas and keep wearing her down, she's got a pretty good chance of winning and retaining the title. Oh, man. Angie's been through some tough slog, but man, this is some sloggy slog. Very sloggy slog indeed.
Well, sloggy or not, Angie Angel Guns definitely rising to the challenge here against the Italian Testarossa, the 6'5", 265 pounds. Oh, just unbelievable. A absolute miracle of nature is Dione the Titaness, and Angie Angel Guns is definitely facing one of the toughest challenges she's faced in all of 2025.
Well, Dione was no fool. It only took her 2 weeks to make up her mind to cash in that briefcase for that contract. After all, there's a lot of championships around, but very few people holding them. What do you got? Danielle Heathcote, Patty Powers, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, and Angie Angel Guns. The menu's real short around here on title.
This next match, one fall, with a 15-minute time limit, is for the RWL Women's International Championship. The challenger from Milan, Italy, cashing in her contract briefcase for this match, Dione, the Titaness. Her opponent from New York City, she's the RWL Women's International Champion, Angie Angel Guns.
I'll tell you what, Tex, Angie Angel Guns has got to be thinking, what a difficult task retaining the Women's International Championship is going to be against Dione the Titaness.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, man. Well, Don, this is going to be a hot one for sure. Oh, man, Dione is fired up. So's Angie. Looking supremely confident as usual. Here we go. The bell sounds. Off we go. They lock it up. Dione catches some elbows to the midsection from Angie. Angie Angel Guns shoved away by Dione. Jumping neckbreaker from the Titaness. Both ladies back up to a standing position. Running shoulder tackle takes Angie down to the canvas. Rebound off the ropes from Dione. Big time crossbody splash to Angie Angel Guns. A kick to the side that knocks her straight across town. Yanked by the ankle. Man, Dione the Titan is showing out here. Look at this. Pure power from Dione the Titaness. A long military press drop. An express elevator to hell for Angie Angel Guns. The Women's International Championship on the line, and Dione absolutely on fire, man. Okay. Snake Eyes head first into the corner turnbuckle. Goes Angie. Angie counters with a kick. Gets back up onto her feet. Locks it up. Dione shoves her back. Another jumping neckbreaker. To Angie Angel Guns from Dione the Titaness. And Dione charges, misses with the kick, but still shoves Angie back. Clothesline takes Angie down to the canvas center ring. Angie Angel Guns catches a knee at the side of the head. Oh man, an elbow across the chest. And Angie Angel Guns has yet to mount any real offense. This is not looking good for the Women's International Champion. Dione has her up. A rib breaker, followed up with another, and then just a big old toss halfway across the ring. Dione gonna go topside, gonna go air. It's a long way. Oh, big time crash and burn for Dione. Angie back up on her feet and back into the aggressor mode. There's a stomp to the head of Dione the Titaness. Angie driving a series of knees into Dione's head, hoping to knock her, stun her silly long enough for a pin. She's got a long way to go, I can tell you. Angie with a hard right takes Dione down to the canvas. Gets right back on her. Another hard right hand to Dione. Angie Angel Guns regains. Oh, damn! What a shot! Dione certainly caught all of that one. Angie Angel Guns follows that up with a stomp, gets a hold of leg scissor stomp. And Angie Angel Guns on a little bit of a taunt there. Dione shoves her back, both boots back up to a standing position, locks up Angie Angel Guns. Angie all halfway across to the ropes by Dione. Dione countered by Angie Angel Guns. Angie Angel Guns gets a hold of her. Reverse Russian leg sweep face first into the canvas for Dione the Titaness. What a matchup. The Women's International title on the line. Angie whips Dione to the ropes, makes the duck under, drives a knee into the head of Dione, and down she goes like a chopped down tree. Angie quickly going for a cover here. 1, 2. Not good enough. Dione the Titaness still in the game here. Angie whips her over the top rope out onto the floor. The referee's going to start the count as Angie Angel Guns double boot stomp right into the midsection of Dione, followed up with a kick. Oh man, Angie talking trash to Dione. Now raining right hands on the head of the Italian redhead. There's a stomp to the face from Angie Angel Guns. Dione back up to a standing position, but another leg scissor stomp from Angie Angel Guns. This one's been crazy. Hard right hand spins Dione around. Angie Angel Guns with a Russian leg sweep. Quick step over and whoa, another series of hard right hands. Angie Angel Guns moving with a swiftness here. The referee continues to count, and look at this. Kind of a rocking chair leg lock from Angie Angel Guns. Kind of kicking it old school with the rocking chair hold. Dione driven into the ring steps. And Angie Angel Guns back in control of things. Dione flipped over. Oh no! Man! That is a devastating forearm from Angie Angel Guns. She puts everything behind that shot. Dione, no doubt seeing some stars and hearing some pretty birdies after that one. Get out. Shut up, Angie all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Dione on the outside. Here we go. Oh, man. Human missile followed up with a double boot stomp to the gut. And an elbow to the head of Dione the Titaness as Angie Angel Guns has seized control of the matchup again. Women's International Championship hanging in the balance. Dione pitched towards the ring steps as Angie makes her way back inside. Charles Lucera continuing to count Dione the Titaness. And Angie is pacing the ring, debating whether or not she's going to go back outside again. Be a good idea not to do that. Dione makes her way back inside. Kick to the midsection from Angie. Here we go, the flatliner. That is going to be about it right there. There's the cover. There's the hook of the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. Dione kicks out of the flatliner. Delivers a hard shot to the gut of Angie Angel Guns. Gets a hold of her. Smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Hard right hand from Dione. Followed up with a second one. I do believe she just made her mad. Angie Angel Guns brought up by the throat. Taken for a little walk towards center ring. There's a backbreaker. Dione picks her up. Takes her for another little walk. Another backbreaker. Yes, sir, Dione. It looks like it might be death by snoo time for Angie Angel Guns, man. Shut up. Angie on the apron, makes her way back inside, locks up with Dione the Titaness. Dione lifts Angie to the ropes, makes the duck under, makes the leapfrog. Wow. Whoa! One-arm spine buster to Angie Angel Guns. Dione not finished yet, rounds her up. Has her up all the way up for that long military press drop a second time. Angie Angel Guns slams face first into the canvas. Dione. A little bit of flexing and posing here. Hard right hand, a hard left. Double choke lift and, oh man, slam to the canvas. And just like that, the rally's over for Angie Angel Guns. And Dione resumes control of this match. A series of hard lefts and elbow to the side of the head. Up over the shoulders. Goes Angie Angel Guns. Hung up on the top rope. Down she goes. Down the Titaness. Rounds her up. Gets a hold of Angie. Angie smashed into the corner. A hard right from Dione. Dione smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Angie counters, gets her into the corner quickly. Angie up on the middle rope. Drives a knee into the back of Dione from the middle rope. Angie Angel Guns getting ready to go air one more time here as Dione makes it to a standing position on the outside. Double axe handle right across the top of the head. Double boot stomp to the midsection of Dione the Titaness. And again, the momentum has shifted one more time. Angie puts on the brakes, avoids the ring steps. Dione goes behind and just slams her down on the floor. Oh, man. Dione pitches Angie Angel Guns towards the barricade. Jumping elbow right across the chest of Angie. What a match, man. Damn. Okay. Angie rolled back inside the ring. Down the Titaness. Moves in. Rounds her up for this wheelbarrow facebuster from Dione the Titaness. Angie Angel Guns. Looks like she might be hurt. Dione all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Angie slowly makes her way to the standing position. Diving shoulder. Dione covers again. 1, 2. Oh, now Angie Angel Guns not quite ready to give up the ship yet. Puts the brakes on Dione with the kick. There's a forearm to the face of Dione. Goes behind. Hard shot to the back. Angie Angel Guns whips Dione to the ropes. Makes the duck under. Here she comes. Dione puts on the brakes. Couple of hard elbows to the side of the head of Angie. Sets her up. Pump handle. And oh man, that is it. They are as worn out as can be. Look at this Dione with her last bit of strength. 1, 2, 3. Shut up. We got us a new women's international champion.
The time was 9 minutes and 38 seconds. Your winner and your new women's international champion, Dione the Titaness.
Well, after so many times on the carousel, Dione the Titan is finally catching the brass ring. We have a new women's international champion. What a main event tonight at Wrestling from the Spectrum. The Game, Triple H facing the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's non-title main event is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 270 pounds, The Game, Triple H.
Just between you and me, Don, I don't think this ring announcer, Andrew, is going to be invited back ever again. The Game, Triple H. Whatever the hell that was supposed to be. Anyway, Triple H putting in a rare appearance here in RWL. His last was 5 months ago against Jinder Mahal. And The Game back tonight and facing the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos. Talk about a main event you won't see every day. Man, I don't know, man. This is going to be pretty good. Triple H, of course, the cerebral assassin, and he has been in some spectacular matches in his long and illustrious career, many times world champion. My personal favorite was his Hell in a Cell against Cactus Jack at No Way Out. That was a brutal match.
I remember that. That was absolutely savage. I remember Cactus Jack falling through the roof of the cage and breaking the canvas below. It was absolutely horrifying. What a savage matchup those two had. And tonight, that man right there who did that to Cactus Jack, Triple H, is facing the Mexican monolith, the king of the monsters, the Triple Crown Mexican monolith Warlord Santos.
He doesn't have the pressure of any of the championships being on the line against Triple H, so I guess it's probably not going to be as big a deal to Warlord Santos as it might ordinarily be. But nonetheless, facing The Game one-on-one, that is no joke, and I'm sure Santos is taking it pretty damn serious.
And his opponent representing the Stronghold, from Hidalgo, Mexico, weighing in at 496 pounds. He's an RWL Triple Crown champion, the Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos.
Well, this Jekyll and Hyde of a gentle giant, the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos. If he's on your side, he's your best friend in the world, but if he's not, watch out. The Mexican monolith making his way down to the ring in this non-title matchup against The Game, Triple H, and Tex. What a main event this is set to be. I'm not even going to hazard a guess as to which one of these two is going to prevail in tonight's main event. What a specialty match. I sometimes wonder if Triple H will ever actually become a regular thing in the RWL Legends division.
Oh, I don't know. Well, The Game, getting him here every once in a while is a special kind of thing. I guess we'd have to wait and see how it turns out.
I'd love to see that myself.
Well, Don, I'll tell you what. If Triple H ever decides to stick in the Legends division, there's going to be a very nervous locker room. Wow, this is going to be huge. Man, here we go. Charles Lucera sounds the bell. Triple H shoved to the canvas by the Mexican monolith, followed up with some stomps and some beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. The Game gathered up over the shoulder of the Mexican monolith, running power slam from Warlord Santos. Followed up with another stomp. Triple H mounting zero offense up to this point. And oh man, Warlord Santos is teeing off on The Game. The cerebral assassin counters with a shot to the midsection, a shot to the back of the Mexican monolith. He gets sidestepped, but counters with a jawjacker. Locks up Warlord Santos and pitches him over the top rope out onto the floor. The Game right out after Warlord Santos. Triple H countered by the Mexican monolith into an abdominal stretch. A move he just uses to wear people down. He knows he's not going to get a submission. Look at that. That was a powerful hip toss from The Game. Triple H rounds up Santos, gets him back inside the ring. And here he comes. Santos has him up really quick and slams him right back down. beautiful military press right there. Cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Nope. Triple H powers out. Santos is fired up. And the crowd here in Philly is loving it. Oh, man. Triple H shoved down to the canvas again. Getting his face gouged by Warlord Santos. Santos misses with the leg drop. Triple H gets out of the way just in time. Hard right hand takes Santos down to the canvas. Now Triple H rains a series of lefts on Santos, follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. And a blatant attempt to deprive Santos of air. Well, now Triple H catches a shot to the midsection from Santos. Goozle. He's got him by the throat. The Game quickly counters Santos with a series of shots that kick and a clubbing overhand right takes Triple H down to the mat again. Oh, man. The King of the Monsters. Way aggressive here, just manhandling Triple H. Up over the shoulder, hung up on the top rope, down goes Triple H. Santos covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, no. Triple H still refusing to give up here. Santos putting the boots to the head of the Triple H. All the way up on the top rope. Santos drops a 496-pound elbow across the chest of the Game. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Oh, man. Triple H refusing to give up the ship here. Santos tees off with a couple of shots. Sets him up. Clubbing overhand right to the chest of the Game. Triple H crawling around looking for some kind of avenue of escape. He's not going to find one here. Triple H whipped to the opposing corner. Warlord Santos turns him around. Triple H counters it. Gets Santos into the corner for a change here. And the first attempt at offense from the Game for real. Drives a knee into the chest of the Mexican Monolith. A clubbing clothesline that takes him down to the canvas. Triple H comes alive here. Kick to the midsection. Neckbreaker drop. And the Game quickly turning things around. Yeah, Santos on the defensive. In the corner, Triple H moves in. Has him up. Sets Santos up in the tree of woe. Well, that's not going to be good. The Game puts the boot to the throat of the Mexican Monolith. Triple H setting it up. Here comes the pedigree. Boom! And that, oh well, Santos, he's out. Triple H has nothing to do but drag him center ring and wait for the count. And here we go. 1, 2. What up? Santos like reflexive. We got the right shoulder up real quick. Shot to the midsection of Triple H. Santos gets a hold of him, smashes his head into the turnbuckle. I would have thought the pedigree would have been the end, but no. Scoop slam from the Mexican Monolith. Santos makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Waiting for Triple H to stand up. And here it comes. Oof! Diving clothesline off the top turnbuckle. Triple H struggles to get to a standing position. Triple H is in trouble. Here we go. He's setting up for the Tombstone Pile Driver, and he nailed it. That's going to be the end right there, folks. 1, 2, 3. Chalk it up. Triple H is out. Warlord Santos wins this main event by pinfall.
Here's the time. 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Your winner, Warlord Santos.
Well, the smoke has cleared, and the King of the Monsters once again standing tall. Warlord Santos prevailing against the cerebral assassin of the Game, Triple H, in this one-on-one main event. Absolutely amazing. It is a rare thing to see Triple H dominated by anyone, but the Mexican Monolith certainly did it tonight. It was unbelievable. You know Triple H, aggressive all the way through. Like I said, that Hell in a Cell match with Cactus Jack, but he was absolutely owned tonight by the Mexican Monolith. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes This evening's Wrestling from the Spectrum, we will return Saturday night, October the 11th, with RWL Snarl with Tex Lynch here, along with Wally Cardillo and Johnny Bianco. For all of us here, thanks for being with us. Thanks for supporting RWL. We'll see you next time at ringside. Good night, everybody.